Off to Never Never Land. Does that count?
No, that's not licensed music.
Yeah, if you're sitting there and
If I'm doing it?
Yeah, if you're singing it. But I don't think you can sing the whole song.
I'm not going to, but that's going to be the...
Off to Never Land.
That's going to be the intro.
Good.
We're not going to do the music, Jim. We're going to do my doing
your cover of James Hetfield.
Of James Hetfield, okay?
James and Lars are probably watching on Facebook.
Love them.
Lars will sue you.
Yeah, he would. He seems like that type, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I would be that. I don't.
Is this on? Oh, it's on.
Yeah,
We're on.
yeah.
Holy smoke. Hey! All right. Welcome, everybody.
I don't blame Lars for suing.
Okay.
I would too if I wrote that music.
Let's make some radio magic, Jeffrey.
Let's do it. Whenever you got the point for me, I'm good.
Okay, let me reset that. That's on. This is on.
Off to Never Never Land. Boom, 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 boom.
Jeff, did you go somewhere recently? It seems like.
What makes you think about that?
It seems like you're in a musical mood this morning.
Yes, I was last night in Cincinnati, Ohio, at the U.S. Bank Arena, jamming to Metallica.
And you took your boys with you, right? And you said
I took 3 of my 4 sons with me, and it was awesome.
And it was
My daughter did not go. She was too young, even though she's 18.
I was going to say, what is too young for Metallica? I mean, you do get out there to events,
yes.
but I would think that these kids are spoiled with the things that you get to
Oh, they probably are spoiled with that. And thanks to somebody sitting to my right here, I had fabulous, primo, incredible seats, and it was literally like watching it on a movie. It was crazy because we had a pure, perfect, unobstructed view, right equal to the stage, maybe 20 feet from the stage.
And you
It
said
was
in the
awesome.
round, right?
Stage was in the rounds, and the drum set would turn, periodically. And the other 3 guys, James and Lars, Kirk, and do you know the bass player's name?
Robert.
Yeah, Robert Trejo.
Yeah.
He took.
That guy puts on a show by himself.
He does when he does that low playing when it's way down below his knee.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I didn't think it was going to last when Jason Newsted quit the band and they brought that guy on. I thought Jason.
I met Jason Newsted.
Recently? Because I'd like to know if he regrets his life decision of leaving.
Leaving Metallica. It's crazy. Who the heck would ever want to leave that band? They, last night, just packed it in. They do every night. 2 years ago, they were the headliner at Rock on the Range. And they had, I don't know, what's at that Rock on the Range? 40,000?
I think so.
40,000 people going crazy. And last night, I don't know, U.S. Bank maybe 15,000, just going wild. It was great.
But that was an intimate show, the setup and everything.
In the round, the way it's set up, it really was great. I don't know why other rock acts that are able to sell out the full arena, because, you can't have, behind the stage on a regular arena show, when it's an end stage, most of the time there's nothing behind there. But if you can fill up behind there, why would you not go in the center? It's perfect.
Right.
So that's something I'm going to put a petition out there in the world of rock and roll for the entertainers that are capable of filling up the entire arena. Move your stage to the center because Metallica did it incredibly and it was great.
Hopefully they check that inbox.
Yes.
Now, I do have to give you credit because I spent a lot of time with you yesterday, and you were not feeling well. You were.
I was not feeling real good, and it was crazy. I hopped in that car with my 3 sons, and I even was telling them I'm not driving. I hopped in the driver's seat, and they go, "Oh, aren't you going to drive?" And I told them, I said, something happened. The miracle of rock and roll took over, and I felt like $1 million, and we were jamming. And I haven't let go since. I'm still jamming.
Yeah, you looked quite sad and downtrodden before you were going, and the boys started showing up in the store, and I was like, I wonder if they know that they're going to have to drag him from the beach.
No, it was awesome. I was pumped.
Well, I'm glad that
so it went great.
Do you want to give your Blue Jacket update? I know you gave your.
There's not a
social
lot to
count.
give an update of, but
You seem so negative about it right now.
yes, 3-game losing streak. Not real happy. They played coming out of the All-Star break. Terrible. This was Tuesday night against Buffalo. Lost 5-4. They do play tonight. And those of you listening, oh yeah, by the way, I gave a prediction the last show and picked the Blue Jackets to beat the Devils 4-1. And what was the score? Blue Jackets beat the Devils 4-1.
Well,
that was pretty good.
It just shows that you're in on the whole shenanigans. That's
Yeah, so that was good. So tonight they're playing in Winnipeg, and on Facebook, buddies with Jeff Rimmer, and he was posting pictures this morning of the temperature, and I think it was minus 24 or something like that in Winnipeg. So I guess it's not too bad here.
No, I mean, no one should complain, namely because you don't live in Winnipeg. But
oh, my little boy Shane Weisman is watching. He was the one son that wasn't there. He is in New York City and creating his own magic in the music world. So he's in the midst of producing right now songs that he just recorded up in Woodstock, New York, with one of the engineers that worked on the Lumineers. Incredible CD that was number one, I don't know, a couple years ago. So he's working on some incredible music. When that is finished, that will be talked about as well, because he is part of the Meyers Jewelers family, being that he's worked in that store since he's been a little boy selling Pandora.
can we also talk about the suit? One of your sons did something really cool. I'm not talking about the
Hi,
t-shirt
Shane.
things.
Yes.
But my guy, the
Yes,
king, was
yes.
wearing a suit done by a Weisman.
Yes, my son Ethan, I was just sifting through the internet on, I believe it was Saturday morning this past week, and the All-Star game, NHL All-Star game was going on. And my son Ethan made a suit, custom suit for Cam Atkinson, one of our beloved Blue Jackets. And also, they have the same manager that, not the agent, but like a manager.
The management group.
Yeah, so Cam's is the same as Henrik Lundqvist, who is the goalie for the New York Rangers, who will be a Hall of Famer one day, and also happens to be one of the most stylish men in all of sports. He's been on the cover of GQ magazine, so I mean, lives in New York City and is well known for always being dressed impeccably, and does not get custom suits made because he says they never end up the way they're supposed to. They always take 3 months, and he wasn't interested. But he said he'd try it. The only hitch was Ethan, living here in Columbus, he lives in New York, couldn't measure him because he wasn't flying there to just do a measurement for a suit until the Rangers came to Columbus, which I don't remember when that was, but it was basically what I do. It was 2 weeks before.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday.
2 weeks before the All-Star game. So Ethan went to his hotel room, measured them. They designed a magnificent suit, and they only had 2 weeks to get it in. And he did it. It came in, fit him perfect. He absolutely loved it. I'm sifting through the internet. NewYorkPost.com, headlines in the sports. Henrik Lundqvist rocks NHL All-Star game with Godfather suit, because the inside lining was all pictures and quotes from the Godfather.
It was
So
really
it was
cool.
pretty cool suit. So congrats, Ethan, on that. It was awesome.
What are you reading now?
I'm just reading something. One of my fans out there, our fans from the Meyers Jewelers show,
We're
is
up about
sending
19 right
something,
now.
how I can't read. So I don't know what's going on. But
Well, listen, I think we've
so
covered
we've
the
given a
social
good
calendar.
social stuff, good updates. let's get into jewelry because
Yeah.
there's a lot coming up in the month of February.
Well, listen, the key is Valentine's Day is coming up, but I think we have to talk about something
And that's
before
love.
that.
All about love, and Meyers Jewelers is the store of love.
Jeff and Scott are full of love. You'll know
Yes, we are.
But we have the Le'Veon sale to talk about first because that happens 2 days before Valentine's Day. Do you want to kind of key people into what's going on the 12th?
Yes, February 12th. Mark your calendars right now. Everybody, I'm going to wait. Okay, you marked it?
That was good time.
Okay. So we're marking the calendars for February 12th because that day, from open to close, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., is the Meyers Jewelers Le'Veon Trunk Show. And for those of you that have never been to one of those, especially the one at Meyers Jewelers, they will be bringing into the store. Le'Veon comes in. They literally take over our store. They will fill up. If you've ever been in our store, we have 4 very large islands, and counters go all the way around the islands. Different things, bridal in one, watches in another. So those don't get touched. But the 2 in the middle, all our jewelry gets removed, and they put everything Le'Veon in there.
It's a full takeover.
So literally half the store becomes Le'Veon. And that's still not everything. They bring about $3 million worth of jewelry. And, Addison. Hello, Addison.
Is that?
That is Adam Beach's daughter.
Oh, yes.
Hello, little Addison. So the store, they bring in $3 million worth of jewelry, and they take over Meyers Jewelers. And it is not just chocolate diamonds. That is one of the things some people think, I don't really like chocolate diamonds. Le'Veon is known for their exotic gemstones as well. They carry, you name it, they have it, and they're all top grade. Ruby, sapphire, emerald, Pariba tourmaline, aquapraise, or peacock aquapraise. These are all new, interesting
my
gemstones.
favorite new gemstone you talk about, the peacock.
Peacock aquapraise.
Can I ask you this? Do you get people that come in and ask about Le'Veon and they think it's just the chocolate diamond?
Yes,
Because
that's why I'm
all-
kind of mentioning
Right,
that.
but
Yes.
that marketing is so strong. But if it's
But that is the bread and butter there, that's for sure. And they do blend it all in beautifully with the nude diamonds, as they're calling the white diamonds. Don't get too crazy over there, Rachel.
Rachel's favorite kind.
All right. So, yes. So, they just, and their designs are very unusual. You know, they do rings, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, you name it. Nose rings, belly rings. They do it all.
Anything you can put on your body, basically.
You got it. They do it. And the best part is it's all going to be priced with special one-day-only pricing. And there's another feature that I've never really discussed. So let's say, Rachel, you bought a $2,000 chocolate diamond Le'Veon ring at our last show. And for some reason, you've worn it for the last year. You weren't getting a lot of people saying, ooh, that's a beautiful ring. So you're done with it.
That's a given.
Okay? So you go, I'm going to come into the show. So you come into the show, you saw another piece, go, ooh, I really like that one. Say that ring is $3,000. You could hand me back the one you bought last year, or it could have been 5 years ago. We're going to give you back your full $2,000 towards that new one. What do you think of that?
Is that if they bought it through you, or can it be anybody that? I'm only
that-
saying that because somebody could have bought something in Cincinnati.
Correct.
And come in to your store after hearing this.
Yes, it does not have to have been bought from us.
That's a really good deal.
Because this is a Meyers Jewelers and Le'Veon trunk show. So Le'Veon will work out the credit with us and let you get your full credit, even though you might have bought it somewhere else, and be able to purchase your brand new piece.
That is a really cool
So
thing.
it's actually a great deal if you're kind of tired of a piece. But if you love it, you want to keep it, you just want another piece, come on in. Prices will be great.
You've done the Le'Veon sales before.
Oh, yeah, we
This
do
is a
them.
little-
We do twice a year, we do them.
But this one's a little earlier than normal, isn't
No,
it?
we always do them Valentine's Day. because that is a huge time to want to buy an item like that. And then we will usually do one in November leading into Christmas.
Right, it's normally before Black Friday. And not
Oh,
that
yeah,
Black
definitely
Friday,
before.
But it's like 2 weeks before or something.
Yes.
Have you done this before where somebody could bring in a ring they
Yes, but
previously
we
had?
never really promoted it, so they reminded us to make sure people know that. And it's on the flyer that we are sending out as well. Yeah, it's something, a lot of people, they go, I don't really need 2 rings, and maybe they were sick of the one. They've had it 5 years, and they're ready to get something different.
Well,
Freshen it up a little.
It's a great idea because
And you could have that same ring. I've worn it for 5 years. All right, 5 years, and you'll get everything back for it that you paid. What else can you do? Think of another item. I'm trying to think of it. Another item that you could actually wear every single day of your life, and Lord knows what Rachel does.
Oof.
What that ring's going to look
Might
like.
just be talking about those boots she's wearing.
Yeah. And bring it in, get another item, and we will give you back every dime you paid for that. And that doesn't work with just Levion. We do that with engagement rings as well. So, if you've been engaged, you've had the same ring for 20 years, you got maybe a half a carat, now you're doing a little better financially. The wife's, God, I'd love to have a 1 carat. You got your 20th anniversary. Come back. We'll give you every dime you paid for that one, and you can get that 1 carat. So same thing. I'm getting the vibe from Jim because he is getting awfully antsy over there. He looks like he actually is reaching for his knife. Please put that away.
He's writing a note.
It wasn't a knife. Sorry,
To
that
whom
was
it
his.
may concern, I couldn't take it.
That's his compass, and I don't know what you're doing with a compass, but whatever. So we need to take a break out there, everybody. So we're going to do some great commercials, and you're going to have a ball listening to them. We're going to come back and talk more. Thank you.
All right, so let's go right back in the sale, emphasize it again, and then the Levion stuff. There'll be wedding or engagement stuff there too, right? Through Levion. I think we should definitely talk some engagement ring, unless Levion. That's not really what they'll have with there.
Huh? I was reading that.
That's all right. Levion, there'll be engagement and bridal stuff there, or is this?
Yeah, they do that too,
So-
but it's not their big thing.
Right, but I just want to say, if someone's out there looking for an engagement ring or just a ring in general, we want them to come in and look at Levion because Levion does carry bridal.
They do, but I don't even carry their line anymore. We tried, and it was terrible. We gave it back to them. That wasn't on live, is it?
Of
Well,
course,
it is,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no one's
Do we
listening, so
wanna-
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, if they're listening, they're in a coma. Do you want to talk bright crystal diamond?
Yeah, we can talk, we can see, because we can go into just Valentine's, because now it's actually something for
Well, I wanna
Valentine's,
say
so
You got
that's
about
good.
10 and a half
Yeah.
minutes.
See all this? This is all stuff for Valentine's Day. So I don't
We got to a lot of it, didn't we?
No, we did not.
Next show.
But I would like to hit the gold roses. You'll have.
Yeah, just start asking, we'll
I
go.
will. All right, Jimmy.
Ready?
Yep.
Enter light, exit night. Oh gosh, I can't get that
Already
show
the
out of
best
my
two
brain.
Openings of the show we've had.
Yes.
And just in case.
Hey, everybody, we're back, by the
Yeah.
way. That wasn't actually Metallica.
And we can't actually get sued because of
doing Metallica,
Yeah.
the mighty Metallica.
Yeah.
everyone's gonna love that on a Sunday morning. Well, I want to get back into Jeff before the break. We were talking about the levy on sale coming up on the 12th. Who are you pointing at on the Facebook Live?
Adam Beach. He said Mike has no clue what he is doing.
Adam Beach. Adam Beach is correct. We were talking about the fact that sale's on the 12th.
Yes.
One of the things I wanted to ask you was the rings that will be there. There's $3 million in inventory.
Yeah.
How much of that will be engagement rings or wedding rings, or is it just different styled rings that'll be there? Because they do have.
They'll have everything. They have engagement rings too. So if somebody out there would love to have a chocolate diamond, either it could be in the center stone, or you could have chocolate diamonds around on the side mixed in with white diamonds and put one of our bright crystal diamonds in the center. So there is a whole slew of options on what you can do to give the one you love a beautiful ring this Valentine's Day. And if you love chocolate diamonds, they have like I said, a full line of engagement and wedding rings. So you could incorporate chocolate diamonds into your engagement and wedding set. And if you're thinking of doing that, February 12th would be the time to do it, because that's when the show is going to be going on. You'll have a huge selection and great pricing. And you can come and see me and Scott.
I mean, that's the added benefit. Being that it's Valentine's Day 2 days later, when you've done this sale, what have you seen more of? Have you seen more engaged? Because you've got the bright crystal diamond, you have Hearts on Fire, but when you're doing the sale, are you seeing a lot of gift purchases going on with the Levion, or more engagement? I mean, that whole week's got to be crazy for you.
It is an extremely busy week. We call it the mini Christmas, because it's very compact, and like that week going into Valentine's Day, it's busy. I'm actually going to be doing, am I doing two? Yeah, I'm doing two promotions at the Blue Jackets game. One Saturday night, and then one, I think it is February 12th. Ooh, how am I going to do that with the Levion show?
You'll do both?
I think it is February 12th. We're going to have to check on that. I'm not sure.
Stop looking at me as though I can answer.
Yeah, somebody's, I just thought of that. Okay, well, whatever. We'll work it out. I always do. Where was I? Just lost my concentration knowing I got a lot to do on February 12th.
I see that you're kind of in a kerfuffle because you realize you overbooked yourself. I was saying that the Levion.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about the promotion.
Yeah.
On for the bride. Oh, you know what? I have one other thing. Scott had an idea, and we want to try this. Okay. All right. So I'm glad I talked about promotion. We want to do, anybody out here listening, whether it's today, you guys on Facebook, or whether it will be anybody listening on the show this morning on Sunday, if you come in the store, you go up to whoever and say, give us the Meyers Jewelers point, and go, I want to experience Meyers Jewelers. You can have 10% off anything in the entire store. We don't care what it is. You can do a Breitling watch. You can do a bright crystal diamond. You can do a Pandora bead. We don't care. You name it, we'll do it. And like, for example, if somebody listens, I probably can get in trouble. Hearts on Fire, Breitling, Takori, nobody does discounts, but we don't care. Come in, let's go. We want to experience Meyers Jewelers, and you're going to get 10% off.
Hold on.
And that is only up through February 14th.
Wait.
Do it.
What
you get a great deal.
What happens if 9 people come in at a time?
I don't care.
Okay.
Doesn't matter who's coming in. I hope there's 100 people coming in.
We're going to have to call Scott, because I have a feel. I hope that...
You think I miscommunicated what he told me he would like to try to do?
I can just see Scott saying, did you let him say that on the radio and you didn't check that? As long as Scott signs off, that's fine. I have a feeling one person's going to do it, and then other people in the store are going to go, I'm going to do that too, and just see what happens. But you could have 50 people do that.
Well...
They
have to. We'll know if when they come in, they'll do it, and then we know they heard it here.
Please get out there, everyone, and start pointing and ask for the experience. I got to see what that meltdown looks like.
So we'll be curious to see what happens. So that's just a little extra fun little thing we're doing, and can save you money.
Yeah, and you're making me nervous, but it's fine.
That's okay.
So again, when we're looking at the Levion sale, $3 million worth of inventory. Do you get to see it before it comes to the store? Do you have an idea of what's coming, or is it new to you when they start?
Everything's new. They clear out old, bring in the new.
Is it cool when you get to
It's awesome. There'll be a lot of pieces there. Not a lot, but there's some pieces there. They'll tell me, I don't know, Angelina Jolie wore that to the Oscars or whatever. Because, the celebrities, that's... When you go when you watch like the Oscars, the Grammys, any of those places, and you see these incredible pieces of jewelry on all the celebrities, most people may or may not be aware of this, but they don't own those pieces. Right. The majority of them are put on and loaned to them for the evening. so that those companies can say that, Angelina Jolie wore this piece of ours to the Oscars.
Well, because it gets in magazines, and then
And
it's
then
on
they'll take
television.
pictures and they'll say Angelina Jolie was wearing Le'Veon or Hearts on Fire or Takori or whatever. So they bring pieces like that they've loaned out to the stars and so forth. So it's kind of cool. You can try them on, see how you look in it, compare yourself to the stars that wore them.
For you, being a guy that loves jewelry in general, it's got to be cool to see these new pieces, because like you were talking about the different color stones that Le'Veon was bringing. Like, you were so excited when you saw just pictures of it on the internet or whatever it might be. What's it like when you first have those in your hand? Are you examining it, not from a sales perspective, but how cool is
I was
this
treating them like I was at a Metallica concert. The excitement was overwhelming. I started just singing the same song, off to never, never, that type of stuff.
That's why it's a benefit to get you tickets, because you're always in a great mood the next day.
Yeah. If it's a good one, I'm in a good mood. One other thing we need to discuss before the show ends, because I have a feeling it's coming to a close. We are well known for selling the Meyers Jewelers Gold Rose. You haven't brought that up. What
I was
happened?
going to get to it. I was waiting until you were
Oh, what are you
finished
waiting
singing.
until the show's over to talk to me about it?
But I want you to tell the story really briefly about how that came to be, because it's such a unique thing.
It was the funniest story. It's crazy. Well, not necessarily funny, but it's a little crazy. I'm standing in our former store that we had before we moved to Grove City 12 years ago in the Great Southern Shopping Center, which is a strip center. And some guy comes in and goes, he goes, have you ever thought of selling roses? And I go, no, it's a jewelry store. He goes, no, we have a rose. We call it the Gold Rose. And I go, really? What is it? So he describes it to me. He goes, you want to look at it? And I go, yeah. He goes, come with me. So I'm thinking, where the heck are we going? So we go to his car, and I'm thinking, this was not the smart move to walk out to this dude's car. He's probably going to throw me in the trunk and take off because he's opening his trunk.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh, God. And he opens the trunk, and lo and behold is all these gold roses. And if anybody has seen them, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you have not, they take a real rose. Could be whatever color, red, pink, white, blue, green, teal, whatever. And they encase it in what looks like plexiglass so you can see the rose. And the stem and the petals on the backside of the petals are all encased in 24 karat gold, or coated with 24 karat pure gold. So that's where it gets the name the Gold Rose. They'll literally last forever. It's all preserved inside of this like plexiglass type of material. And like I said, coated in the, so you see the colors of the rose, and you can give that, and instead of giving a dozen roses, which will cost you $100 and be dead in a week, for $74.95, that's a good number. I don't remember. I forget. You can have a rose that will sit on your mantle forever, handed down in generation to generation. You can take it and whack your man in the head if he screwed up. Whatever you want, it's always going to be there.
And they can get it on the 12th while they're looking at the Le'Veon stuff.
You can, or you can come in, point to us, say Experience Meyers Jewelers, and get it for 10% off as well. I guess we got to end it. So everybody, thank you for listening. And I want you to have a great day and experience Meyers Jewelers.